Okay, in this video we're going to have a look at the Premier League results and tables for match week 3, but the majority of the video is going to be looking at individual player stats, and we're going to look at the top performers in goals, shots on target, blocks, interception saves across the Premier League. I'd be interested to know in the comments if you like this style of video or not. Let me know in the comments if it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down for this type of video. And well, let's crack off. We'll start with the results for match week 3. Just quickly scan down. A poor home loss for Tottenham there. Man City obviously rolling on as normal. Liverpool, a good away win for Crystal Palace at Man United, a cracking result there, 2-1 away win. Another good win there also for Leicester, 2-1 at Sheffield United. And West Ham picking up a nice 3-1 away win to Watford, who haven't won this season. And a nice result there for Frank Lampard, 3-2 away at Norwich, and that'll just ease the pressure. We'll just have a quick look at the tables. I'll put up the top 10 first, Premier League table. Liverpool unbeaten there, only club unbeaten in the Premier League, and all the usual suspects in the top 10 there. Quite nice to see Leicester City grabbing that 4th place and just getting in amongst the big boys. I think the only one not to appear in the top 10 there is Chelsea, so it'd be interesting to see how long that lasts. We'll just have a quick look at the bottom 10 of the Premier League, and you know, a lot of the teams you'd expect to be in the top bottom there. The big surprise for me really is Watford with no wins after quite a successful season last year, and obviously Chelsea climbing up to 13th with that away win at Norwich. Now the bulk of the video will be looking at player stats and top performers after match week 3. So we'll start off. I'll put up on the top goal scorers. So you see there, not a sort of household name, Teemu Pukki there, first for Norwich City on 5 goals, joined by Raheem Sterling, Man City with 5, and some usual suspects there, Sergio Aguero on 4, Mo Salah on 3, and quite nice to see Ashley Barnes there on Burnley with 4. So quite nice to see a Burnley player in the top. It'd be interesting to see how long he can stay there. It'd be nice if he could stay there to the end of the season. On to assists. We'll have a look at assists now. Again, some usual suspects in here. Kevin De Bruyne, Man City, 4 assists already. He's like an assist machine. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, I mean, he did really well for assists last year. He's already on 2 this year. Not bad for a full-back. He's carrying on where he left off. And then also joining him on 2, you've got James Maddison, Todd Cantwell from Norwich, and Paul Pogba from Man United. And Paul Pogba gets quite a bit of criticism, but he does deliver on his stats. Also on 2 assists, couldn't fit them all on. You've got players like Dani Ceballos at Arsenal, David Silva at Man City, and Riyad Mahrez at Man City. So some familiar suspects there also on 2. We'll have a look at shots next, put that up on screen. And Ashley Barnes of Burnley, obviously he was in the top 5 goal scorers, and it's because he's shooting a lot, 13 shots there. Roberto Firmino, Liverpool, 12. Nice to see Mason Mount there getting his a chance at Chelsea in the Premiership, 12 shots for him. Teemu Pukki, you can see why he's scoring 5 goals. He's obviously unleashing shots at the goal there for 12, and Raheem Sterling on 12. And it's interesting to note that 3 of those players for highest number of shots are also in the top 5 for goals. So if you don't shoot, you don't score. On to next, shots on target, because it's all right shooting, but you want them to be on target, and we'll put those up on screen. Interesting, Teemu Pukki there, 9 on target out of his 12 shots he's made. He's number 1 on goals. Ashley Barnes, 8 shots on target. Again, he was top on the shots, and he's in the top 5 for goals. Mason Mount, again, 7 on target, and he's got 2 goals as well to his name, so he's scoring as well. And Raheem Sterling there, Man City, He's got 4 on target. He's joint first on goals. Also on 4 there are, not shown on the list, Aubameyang at Arsenal, Sebastian Haller at West Ham, John McGinn at Aston Villa, Emerson at Chelsea, and Mo Salah of Liverpool. So you can see some familiar names coming to the top of the charts there. We'll next go on to the defensive side. We'll have a look at blocks. Who's getting their body in the way? Who's managing to throw the body in to stop those shots? And we've got Tyrone Mings, Aston Villa, on 7. Joint second, we've got Nathan Ake and Bjorn Engels of Bournemouth and Aston Villa, respectively. I expect lots of clubs will be watching Nathan Ake this year with a view to trying to tempt him on a transfer either in January or next summer. Steve Cook and David Luiz on 4th for Bournemouth and Arsenal, respectively, with 5 blocks each. David Luiz, he does so much right, and then he makes some awful howlers, as you saw against Liverpool, pulling Mo Salah back and letting Mo Salah turn him just more or less on the halfway line and run on to score. So he's gonna, I think he's gonna have a pretty turbulent career at Arsenal as well. On to interceptions. We'll have a look at interceptions. Another familiar name there, Nathan Ake for Bournemouth with 11. Also in the top 5 for blocks, as you'll remember. Fabian Schär joins him on 11 from Newcastle. In joint third, you've got Philip Billin, Bournemouth with 10, and Etienne Capoue of Watford with 10, and James MacArthur also joining them, Crystal Palace with 10. And we'll just finish off by having a look at the goalkeepers to see which goalkeepers are making the most saves. Hugo Lloris, number 1 there for Tottenham, 13 saves. Really shouldn't need to be making this many saves if Tottenham want to be in the top 4. So they need to tighten up there and stop those shots coming in. Tim Krul at Norwich on 12, along with Nick Pope from Burnley on 12. Aaron Ramsdale on Bournemouth with 10. And David De Gea at Man United with 9. Still the defence isn't protecting David De Gea enough, even with Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in the team. Also on 9, not shown on the chart, Lucas Fabianski from West Ham, Ben Foster from Watford, and Edison from Man City. A surprise to see him up there on the saves. Again, you'd expect Man City to be protecting him, but it would be interesting to see, having lost company, how that defence operates without such an important player like Vincent Kompany. So that's all the charts done. Let me know in the comments if you like to see these sort of stats, or if you would prefer different stats. We can maybe look at changing it up from week to week, looking at passes, through balls, last man tackles, that sort of thing. And also, if you're new to the channel, if you like these type of videos on Premier League, match analysis, player profiles, click the red subscribe button, click the bell notification, and you'll be kept up to date with all future videos that I upload. Thanks once again for watching.